Okay, so once you've registered on the Digress site, you'll receive an email with login details. So you'll need to click on this login link that they give you here, but while you're here, probably best to copy your password, which I'm going to change in a minute, so it doesn't matter that you see it, just because it's easier than retyping it for yourself when you get to the site. So I'll click on the login link and then type in my username and paste my password and log in. And then once you're logged in, if you just click on the dashboard item here, what we're going to do first is alter the settings. So there's a number of settings. Many of them we can leave as default. The tagline, you'll see that it's taken the well, this is just a default setting, so I'm going to change this to where are we? I'm going to change it to social texts for the love and death module, just so the students know that they're looking at. I'm also going to change the time zone. Now, this might seem a bit fiddly, but it's worth doing if you're going to schedule any posts, which we'll get to later. Always difficult to find London in this list. Americas, Africas, I've gone past it. Arctic, Asia, Atlantic, Europe, oh that's what I was looking for, so London. And then you can choose the appropriate date and time format. And then once you're happy with that, click on Save Changes. The writing settings, you can leave those as default. The next one to look at is reading. You can also leave these as default, but if you wanted your opening page to be a sort of introductory page explaining things, you can select this static page option rather than the latest posts, but I'm going to leave that as it is. And the next thing to look at is discussion settings. Now there's lots of different options here, and it might seem a little bit overwhelming just to start with, but one of the things we're trying to do for this particular module is make it as easy as possible for students to comment on things. So I want them to fill out names and emails when they comment, but I don't want them to have to be registered and logged in to comment. So I'm going to uncheck that, but you can change that to whatever you like. It's probably a good idea to leave this email me whenever anyone posts a comment, then you know what people are doing, but if that gets too much at any point, you can come back in and change that. And I'm also going to uncheck this one, comment author must have a previously approved comment, because again I'm trying to make it as easy as possible. And I'll then click on saving the changes for that. The media settings I'm going to leave as default, no need to make any changes there. And the privacy settings, I want to block search engines but allow normal visitors. That's because I don't want people to stumble across this just from a search, and that's partly because I've set the discussion settings to be so kind of easy and open. I want it to be only my students who've got this link to be able to do the commenting. And then the final two settings categories are permalinks and something mysteriously called DC4WP. Again, both of those we'll leave as they are. So that's it for the initial settings. The next thing we're going to do is set up pages and posts, but we'll put that on a different video.